Hello, welcome. It's HardLore time. How are you, Bo?
I'm so good, buddy boy.
Wonderful. I'm nice and tired.
All right, yeah.
Back to back, but we had a wonderful time this weekend at Tied Down Fest.
Detroit Rock City. Rocked.
Detroit Rock City. Tied Down Fest, Edgman Screen Printing. This is the second annual Tied Down Fest. I would have thought this thing had been going for 15 years by now.
Yeah. I mean, we'll get to it. We did a little bit of stuff before the fest, but holy moly, it was so smooth, so easy.
What a time!
Our table had a name tag on it, you know.
And I'm used to scratching and clawing for a quarter of a table, you know,
for a band, let alone silly podcast.
Exactly, just unbelievable. So, but we'll go chronologically here. If you're looking to just get right into the fest itself, click this timestamp right here. We'll get there soon. What happened first?
You flew in Wednesday.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I really did.
That's what happened first, buddy.
So I like to get my bearings. I like to go to these. I like to go to these things bright and early, especially when we're going to be filming stuff for days before. Mm-hmm. I got 3 hours to adjust to. I'm a baby when it comes to sleeping. Mm. So I got in Wednesday with Sean, our videographer.
Sean, the man.
And I thought, you know what? It's night one. I'm on West Coast time. There's an MGM Grand right up the road, baby. I might as well try some gambling.
How'd you do?
This is like Guinness Book.
Yeah.
Like fastest. Man loses $500 faster than any man ever has. So Guinness, if you're listening.
If you're listening, we are available.
I did it.
I was not there.
You weren't
there. I did not gamble yet. I flew in the following day. What'd you play?
All right. So let me break you guys down. Let me break the listeners down.
Yeah.
If you heard our LDB recap, you'd know I'm a big Huff and More Puff guy. And I believe in the power of never stopping. And that's the way that you do it. You got to lose to win a lot of the time, Because what you pump in, it's going to come back out someday.
It's like a law of nature.
Why not you?
Doesn't disappear.
No. It comes back out. So I'm playing Huff and More Puff that first day. Pumped $500 in, no problem. I'm up and down a little bit, but I'm down all the bit.
Was Andy with you?
No, it was just me and Sean.
Just you. That's right.
Just me and Sean. So Sean, the trooper, comes with me for some reason, and we Uber there and Uber back with under an hour, and it's like 20 minutes from the hotel. And again, if you listen to the LDB recap, my ATM cash withdrawal limit is $500. So thank God for that.
Just
because the second night, wait.
I was there. I went the second night.
Okay. I don't think you did.
Thursday.
No,
night?
that was where I went with with Dan and Andy.
Oh, I didn't go.
And that was where I spent my $500, and then I Zelled Dan another $500.
No, yeah, I was there.
Were you sure? Well, we did that. Yeah. No, this happened again, Bo. Your thing. No, that was the second time. But Thursday during the day was a great day, right?
Thursday during the day, we went. This is always so tricky because I don't want to give stuff away.
I know. We can do it a little.
We did a little HauntLore.
Oh, my God.
And we went to a place called The Whitney in Detroit. Go ahead and look it up.
The most haunted mansion in Detroit.
And we hung out with what was Mr. Brother's name?
I don't know.
Scott?
Well, his name was Whitney.
His name
hung
was
out
Mr.
with Whitney.
I'll look him up real
quick. We took this incredible tour. This is the best HauntLore yet, 100%.
Oh, dude. By fucking.
This is like a pilot for a
Tony.
major motion picture TV
I don't know
show.
why I forgot. Tony. We hung out with Tony. He carved out some time out of his very busy day as a restaurant manager. Took us on a tour of the grounds.
Listen, television, we know you've got a big strike going. A couple big strikes going. Hit us up, dude.
Yeah, we're not part of no union.
No.
We'll cross the picket line.
Yeah, well, no, it's a different picket line.
That was great. We had beef Wellington.
Okay, now you're giving away too much.
Is that too much?
That's
All right,
too
we had beep. Anyway, had a great time.
Yeah, that was great.
And killed definitely the best one. Yeah,
100%.
For sure. And then was that the same night? Man, we did a lot that day.
We did a lot. That was.
Was that or was that Friday?
We don't need to talk about any of the other things because they'll see them very soon.
Yeah, right. And they're short and sweet. But
we went back to the MGM that night.
Sure.
This is where I went back to the MGM. You know, I was determined to get it all back from the Huff and More Puff at the MGM Grand, the one on the right. If you're there now, listening.
Yeah, that major is.
If it's okay, that's the thing. So if you're listening to this, go to the MGM Grand, Detroit, Michigan. The Huff and More Puff on the right, facing the valet door.
Yeah, there's a cluster of 2 Huff and More Puff, and then a third Huff and More Puff on the back, and then next to it is Eureka Train.
So on the other side of that, the one on the right facing the door. If you're there, I guarantee the major is still pumped to the gills from me. So you get it back for me, and you give me a call. And I'll take 30, 40%.
You sell them.
Max.
Easy.
Because I did that. I lost it all that day. The next day was, of course, we're at the official Tie Down pre-show.
Right. At Edgemond.
Yeah.
Which was cool.
Very cool.
It's a big-ass place. It's a full-on business.
It's like the best venue in Detroit now. You played the show. What did you think?
Oh yeah, Weapon X played second. It was fun. You know, it's really fun to play in a band where like the pressure is very low.
Yeah.
And like you're not on tour. We're not all hoping to get a paycheck at the end of this month-long thing or whatever. It's just guys being dudes having fun. You know?
Clock in, you clock out.
I love that. It makes it just so much easier and fun. And played with a bandana shirt off. And
you're a brave man.
But that sucks, man. Playing with your shirt off fucking sucks.
If you're a big buff sexy guy, it's probably fun.
Yeah, but just the way I play guitar, the nylon strap bites. Yeah, he don't slide. Right. And it's really awkward.
Yeah, you could normally you'd have to zell me. You could not zell me to play guitar with a shirt off.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We shot some stuff at Edgemond prior to. You know what? I was thinking about this today. I'm a new owner of a pair of Warbies. Tell your saga.
What a saga it was. Went to the mall, the Troy Mall, whatever it's called. Somerset Mall. I forgot. I left my sunglasses at home. I'm nothing without a pair of sunglasses. Let me tell you what. I live for these fucking things. I lost them. Didn't bring them. Got a brand spanking new pair before this pre-show.
That's right.
Got my classic pair. I know I got a funny face. You might be able to tell. You might not be able to, depending on how you feel about me. But I know the one. I got a weird face, and if glasses are too big, it accentuates the weirdness.
It really does.
The shape of all my stuff. You've seen it. You've seen me try on like what would be a normal pair to others. Looks like a bug on my face. It looks like who is this mutant man? But a normal pair, the Percy from Warby Parker. That's my guy.
And then medium. Not the wide.
The medium. No, don't come at me with the wide one. That transforms me into some kind of freak. into some sort of freak of some kind.
Some kind of monster.
You can't, exactly. These are the eyes that don't fit glasses. That's me. But at the Edgemond pre-show, brother, I left them in Jimmy's office while we were shooting all our stuff during the pre-show, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Jimmy, just so you know, if you're listening, I left him in there. And then I couldn't find him. I'm devastated. I'm not going to go.
You just bought him.
Just the hours prior.
Yeah, hours, yeah.
I'm not going to go fucking run everybody's pockets for a pair of sunglasses. You know, I accept that they're gone. I lose sunglasses all the time.
Yeah, they're not cheap, but they're not like crazy expensive.
They're $100.
Yeah, you know, like it's a reasonable, inexpensive pair.
It's a purchase, but when it's gone, it's like, all right. I guess I got to get them. And everybody goes, no, buy cheap sunglasses. I can't. I look like a freak of sorts.
Yes.
They don't work. But anyway, I make a funny little post about how I lost them. And then they turn up, and then they magically turn up on some table at Edgemond that I was never even near.
That they were never even near. Like there's no yeah.
So if that was you and you're listening, nice work.
You did it.
Good theft.
Yep.
And I'm glad you came around. Thanks for. I got them back. I wore them all weekend. They saved me on Saturday. So.
Oh, we'll get there. Holy cow! Forgot about that. Okay.
A lot happened.
We left and we ate at Buddy's.
Wasn't into Buddy's.
Not too good.
Buddy's Detroit style. The same as Pizza Hut Detroit style.
Yeah, it really didn't do it for me.
Same thing.
But, and obviously we filmed it, so I won't talk that much about it. The night prior, we had just a glorious Jets meal.
And a real experience at
yeah, truly, yes.
Just out of this fucking world.
Yeah, that was outstanding.
You know, our buddy Jack did assure us that we went to the wrong Buddies.
Yeah.
And of course, we know how that is.
And we know, Dan even said it when we were leaving, like, there's nothing worse than taking a group somewhere on your recommendation and everyone being like, nah.
It's devastating.
That's like such a, so like, we all
I get
empathize.
It. Yeah, we went to the wrong one. That's all it was.
Mm-hmm.
Went back to the casino.
Yes, we did.
Oh, man.
So a trend started. A pattern really started. This was when...
We had a wild ride this night.
Did we?
Yeah, man, this was the night where I lost it all, got it all back, lost it all. Remember?
How did you get it back?
I had that Cleopatra bonus that was fucking dynamite.
That was fucking sick.
I had a Dragon Link bonus. I had like 6 Dragon Link bonuses that were like pretty good.
This was the night when you took out money, waited till after midnight, took out more money.
12:01 a.m. hit. I was good to go again. Okay.
I lost too. I don't gamble as hard as you.
Yeah.
I'm generally like $200 or $300 a night. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, God, I would have loved if I was here down $200 or $300. I'd be popping fucking Martinelli's, celebrating,
sparkling cider.
Just,
but this is where I started to notice a trend where it was like, man, nothing. I got bonuses. Well, parenting good.
They turned off wins at the casino.
Swear
they turned
straight
off
up.
wins. This is the night, Bo.
Yes, sir.
Where I felt bad juju in the casino this whole night.
Oh, and you found...
And I posted something about how, you know, this place sucks. This place fucking sucks, I think was verbatim. And somebody told me Chris Cornell killed himself there. That's it.
That's the juju.
The guy who wrote the theme for Casino Royale killed himself in the MGM Grand Detroit. One of the great rock frontmen of our time. And that's why I didn't win.
Dark. Nobody won.
Nobody won.
Like, we'll get to it, but nobody won.
The gang is down. It was bad. Lost a lot of money. Lost all the money in the world, frankly. And then it was time for day one of Tied Down Fest. Oh, dude, Drifter Coffee.
Oh, yeah. That
Holy
was...
Lord.
The fucking jam, dude.
So Drifter Coffee, to any Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, Angelo's Pizza fanatics listening. There's this place called Drifter Coffee. I don't even think Pride Month had anything to do with it, but it was fully adorned with like, you know, trans people are welcome here, gay people welcome here.
Yeah.
It was a very welcoming, friendly place. They had this like feta tomato croissant
Yeah.
with a tomato jam.
This tomato jam blew our asses.
We were sitting there trying to figure out like, what is this?
Yeah, why does it doesn't take like when you look at it or hear about a tomato jam, you're gonna think like marinara sauce. Like that's weird. No.
It was note for note the same culinary symphony as Angelo's pizza sweet sauce
pizza, and with
incredible.
a warmed up croissant.
Oh, croissant.
Oh, that was so good. And
That was great. It was a good way to start
Yeah.
such a huge day. Now we're at Tie Down Fest.
Dude, hold on. You know what we haven't even talked about yet?
What?
The most insane Uber drivers we've
Oh my
ever
God.
collectively had the entire weekend.
What is in the fucking water in Michigan?
Well,
Asbestos or something?
lead.
Yeah, probably lead.
Um,
Dude, I ended with maybe the craziest one.
So did me and Andy. So we'll get there. But I got picked up on Thursday
Oh God, that fucking guy.
by a guy. So like, as a lot of airports are,
He called
there's,
me
like,
first because I ordered it for you.
because you ordered it. There's a lot of airports you have a specific Uber rideshare app.
I think
pickup
every
location.
airport now.
Yeah.
is
So
that
like,
way.
I hate it, but I get it. I understand why you need
It's
it that
easy.
way.
It reduces the bottleneck in the airport.
The LAX one fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah, you got to take a bus.
Because you got to take a shuttle.
But traffic at LAX was like you couldn't do it.
Because
You could
of
not
the
drive through it.
Gotcha.
And now that's over.
So this guy calls. So I go to the right. I go to the spot where I'm being a good boy, and the guy calls Colin.
He goes, "Hey, is there any way you could come up to the what?"
He sounded like the Longmont guy.
Yeah, no, he really did. He was like, "Hey,
he picked it. I was like, hey, I'm here. To
hey,
get you.
any way you could come to the 8th floor?"
And
It's like, what do you? I mean,
What are you
I was like, my friend, you're picking up my buddy, and he's in the rideshare section, and he's like, "Yeah, I just dropped off a guy. I figured it'd be easier if you just met me on the 8th floor."
that's not how this works, amigo. That's not how it works. Even if I wasn't at the airport,
Right.
no, I'm paying to be picked up.
But of course, it's easier to just be like, "Yeah, man, he's on his way."
Yeah, of course, I wouldn't argue it either.
No,
So I had to I went back to the airport. I went to the upstairs, downstairs. He wasn't there. And then finally you gave me his number and I talked to him and he was like, yeah, I'm on the 8th floor of the parking garage, which he never said. He never said parking garage. He was giving you a 2E.
which means
whatever.
he got a ticket to go into the parking garage.
Right.
Rather than go to the pickup section of the airport.
So I'm walking around with a suitcase, my little bag, and a guitar, and made my way back, go up to the 8th floor of the parking garage. He's beeping at me, but his car didn't match the car in the app. So I thought a guy was just beeping at me, and then finally he was like, hey, I'm right here. And so he picked me up. We're leaving, and he's like, he's flabbergasted that he had to pay to leave the parking garage.
Yeah.
He's like, it was literally that scene from Fargo. He's like, I was just in here, trying to argue with the guy.
And it's like, I would never go into an airport parking garage.
Never.
That's
It's
the
a
rule
labyrinth.
number 1 through 10. You don't do it. You're getting fucked. And this man rightfully got fucked after.
And then on the
fucking
way
you.
to the hotel, he missed
Two
exits.
I was watching the map, and it would be like this is the it's like a straight line from airport to hotel, and he'd be like,
yeah, dude. He was like, so what do you? He really wanted to know why I had a guitar, and he's like, what are you doing? You playing a restaurant or something? He was convinced I was playing a restaurant.
I'm
I was like,
flying
"No,
to Detroit to play
a restaurant.
fucking
Bennigan's
Bob
or
Evans.
something. Yeah. Ugh. So whatever. Got us there, and then we just had like the whole weekend was just like the wildest. Like
They only got crazier. Truly. The last one I got was
was
flying down the freeway on the way to the airport with his his window down, trying to talk to me, yelling out the window, thinking it would be easier. Where you guys from? And I was like, it was crazy. Where you just have to humor him. Awful.
Remember we got picked up in that huge pickup truck from the coffee spot we were just talking about?
Yeah.
And like had to put everything in the bed, and then remember he just barreled into place. Like that was crazy.
They're all wild down there, man. The songs are real. The place is crazy. We're okay, but now we're at Tide.
But now we get there, yeah.
Let's go through these.
We had 3 sets to do that day.
We did cumulatively, together.
Cumulatively. So it was a stressful day.
It was a full day. Set up our little shirts, which is a very cool thing to be able to do. Thank you to all of you who picked one up. Helps a lot. Grateful. I lost it all.
Who opens
Moral Pollution.
Moral Pollution. First
band on Tied Down Fest. Straight up, it's my buddy Joe Palesci on bass of True Love. He's the man. Stayed with him every other time I've ever been in Detroit. Moral Pollution opened there. It's like Clevo DB type shit. DB. It's awesome.
Yeah.
The drummer saved the day. He's the only drummer who brought another rack tom.
No kidding.
So me and George from Dead Body are both dual rack boys. So he made that happen. Thank you to him.
This was immediate. Like really early on, it was very obvious that every band's just gonna have a really good set.
Yeah, big
right
time.
Away.
It was
that
also,
venue is awesome.
The venue is awesome. It's the way the merch situation is a little scary.
It's a little scary
because there's got to be some kind of way to discourage that room being full during bands.
Very good point. So the merch is separate from the show area.
Yeah.
It's like a big L almost. And in the little
But it's also next to the stage. So you could be waiting in line and still see, which I think that's kind of where
I see.
It's I might as well wait in line.
Because I can see this. You're right.
Which I understand the waiting in line because you're okay, I've fucking been here this whole time. I want this shirt.
Yeah.
But this is where the HardLore merch app will one day come in handy, baby.
Someday.
We'll get it.
Someday.
We'll get there.
But yeah, the merch was kind of off and then towards the food truck area. So that was good. But yeah, buying merch during bands, you and I, we'll get to it, but when we were shooting our stuff the following day, we were very cognizant of don't do something during bands. Yeah. Because nothing should take away from the most important part of the weekend.
But it's up to the band in a way to earn the set being good. Playing ain't always enough. Dead Body set wasn't particularly crazy, but we fucking rocked. So
you rocked out.
So I had a good time, and hopefully that made the people that chose to watch it have a good time. Anti-Up was second. What did you say, Bo?
Anti-Up was second.
Anti-Up was second. Fast. Grand Rapids is another. This is Michigan to Michigan.
Yeah.
This is the second band ever from Grand Rapids. It's True Love, who's barely from Grand Rapids. Detain, who's actually from Grand Rapids. And now we've got Anti-Up.
Yeah.
Straight up HC, baby.
Yeah, fast.
Just try to get down.
Yeah.
A bygone era. Remnant of a bygone era, Anti-Up.
I think
even the name sounds like
it's coming. Yeah, it's coming back though. I feel the pendulum swinging. I really do.
I hope it doesn't swing all the way because I love double bass. But other than that, swing. Do your thing.
Yeah. Do your thwing. Do your thwing.
Do your thwing.
What was next?
Hold my own, baby.
My beloved Shane Merrill. Yeah, my beloved Shane Merrill, I don't believe was in attendance. They're doing a lot.
They are.
So I think there's going to be fill-ins. But Shane told me the other day at the obituary show that he's going to do as much as he can. So that's cool.
Right.
But good for them. It's hard. It's hard doing band stuff as like an adult.
Yeah. As a grown ass man.
Everything fucking conflicts.
Greg is in a situation we did an amazing mini at LDB with Greg that people will see. He's the man. He's a lifer in this world. It's really cool to see him fronting a sick band again.
Yeah, again. You know? Yeah, right.
Covering Killing Time, you know?
That's right. What was it? Which song was it?
Was it Telltale? It was probably Telltale.
It was Telltale.
Yeah. It's always Telltale, but it always should be Telltale. Let's be real. Yeah, this was great. Good set.
Missing Link.
Fucking
was
rocked.
next.
Missing Link was next.
Also, friend
One of my
show.
favorite sets of the weekend.
Really? Wow.
This is like Missing Link's vibe in general is CY certified HC. You know?
Yeah, it's right up your ass.
It's for my ass. Paul Dove, my OG, plays drums, formerly of World of Pain. He's
Have
a
I
barber.
told that story on here?
Which one?
Paul, when we were at FYA,
Oh,
Paul's brother is someone who I've worked with at Ernie Ball. And one time, a tour we were on was in Southern California, and his brother Tim emailed me or texted me or whatever and asked, "Hey, my brother's trying to get into the show. It's sold out, whatever. Can you get him in?" No problem. Of course, you know.
yeah.
Got him in, and I don't remember why. I don't remember this happening.
Right.
Like, this is, Paul told me this when we met each other again at this Hard Rock at FYA, and he was like, yeah, I like came up to you and was like, hey, Tim's my brother, like, thanks. And I guess I totally was just like, okay. That was my reaction, which is like,
You piece of shit.
yeah, it was so shitty. And also, like,
Is that real? Like, what was going on in your personal life?
I don't know.
That had to have been the case, though.
It had to have been.
I know Meltdown Bo now.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? I know personal meltdown. I know this. And you're like,
He's texting.
and you're like,
furiously.
first back to personal meltdown. So, Paul, if you're listening, it was a personal meltdown.
It was a personal. Apparently, I don't remember it happening, but
Bo is so
God,
sorry.
I still feel bad about it. I read Missing Link and I go, ah.
Well, I watched Paul right from the view of his ass the entire set. I feel like they're going to be a huge band.
Cool.
I think they're one of the next big things. I think they're going to be playing a lot higher on all these
Dude,
fests.
we should start like a HardLore pool where we bet
The next
on the
big
bands.
things?
Yeah, next big things or like next direct support for tour packages.
Oh, that's good.
Fests. Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah, we should just throw darts at a board and make a tour. Like, this is your tour now. You got to do it.
You gotta do it. D Block.
D Block was up next. Detroit's own. Now, D Block might have had the moment of the weekend.
Yes.
When you're in Detroit, you're playing a festival in Detroit. You're from Detroit. You're the hometown guys. You got to go hard. It don't go much harder than having Little Caesar himself on stage pitting for your band.
Caesar the man.
He was outside cooking pies in the truck, and then he's like, "Hold on, guys, D Block's playing. I got to go." As well, you know.
Yeah.
He fucking hit the pit hard as fuck on stage for D Block. Fuck back off. Cook pizzas all weekend.
Straight back to the oven. Yeah.
So like, Little Caesar is just like all of us, you know.
He's one of us, you know.
I always knew that. And it's good to finally have confirmation.
How many hot and readies have we collectively eaten in our lives?
Oh, no hyperbole. Over 1,000,
It's $5,000.
which is a fucking bargain.
Yeah. That is over 3 years of food.
Yeah.
Well, under 3 years of food, just under for $5,000.
So the hot and ready is $6 now.
I guess so. Yeah. Hey,
Listen,
signs and wonders. You know,
still a great deal.
still
but
a bargain.
That's got to be one of the most devastating blows to the fast food economy ever.
Because what do we have left? Like the Costco hot.
The
dog.
Costco hot dog and the Arizona iced tea,
Arizona
I
iced
think,
tea.
are the last two.
And you ever go to a place where Arizona isn't 99 cents, where they mark it up?
Yeah.
Little fuckers.
Arizona hates that.
Yeah, as they should.
Agreed.
because they're not charging more for cost.
Yeah.
Anyway, is the quote from the CEO about the hot dog not one of the most HardLore things?
Oh, it is.
If you change the price of the hot dog, I will kill you. That's just like, that's you in a board meeting.
100%. If I was CEO of Costco, I would have done the exact same thing. So maybe I'm the next CEO of Costco. Maybe I got what they need, you know?
D Block was sick. When we were talking to the people, a lot of D Block.
A lot of D Block favorite set remarks.
Walking around, saw a lot of D Block shirts and jerseys, especially the second day, I would say.
Yeah.
Dynamite.
Maybe next year's their year, the year of D Block.
Maybe. Who we have?
I'm just gonna say that about every band. Maybe they're the next big thing.
Who knows?
No, I've got two like distinct votes for bands who I think are gonna like Missing Link is for sure one.
That's fun.
D Block is definitely up there. Gag was up next from the Northwest.
Yeah.
I've been playing fests with Gag, I feel like, for a decade now.
Yeah, that's a name that you hear a lot.
Yeah. Which rightfully so.
I was getting ready for this set. I did not catch Gag.
Okay. Well, they've been flying the freak flag for 10 years now, better than most bands. This is a band where like we at one point we're gonna play like a seated theater with Gag, as like Faith Alone was, and that like somehow makes sense, you know?
Oh, interesting.
Like Gag is so crazy that they could rock a seated theater and it would be like, yeah, that's pretty sick.
That's pretty sick.
Jeff, who is in Gag, is looking buff as hell.
Hell yeah, dude.
Good job.
Dude. Yeah. Oh, we didn't talk about our little workout, little HardLore workout.
I whooped your ass at the hotel.
Yeah, you did, dude.
How was that?
Sucked. Fucking sucked. That chest shit, fucking bullshit. It's
the best
I hate
one.
working out so much.
What was your favorite part?
My favorite part was that dude walking in.
Oh, and just standing there waiting for us to finish?
While we had the playlist going.
Yeah, just having like Underdog playing.
Yeah.
And this man just being like, just waiting. Yeah. And there, you know, a hotel gym, there's room for a small child. And then you have two small children working out. Yeah. Anyway, Secret Set was next, Bo. Who was that?
Yeah, it was Weapon fucking X.
How long have you known that you were going to play the fest proper?
Months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we knew like a while ago. Before LDB, I think.
Oh, so the case was you're going to play the pre-show, but you're also going to play the fest. Okay.
Yeah. Because it was like Inclinations playing the following day.
Yeah.
Which we'll get to, but which was also a secret, but we knew that. Mm-hmm. And us and Inclination played the pre-show, so it was like, well, might as well. And you know Jimmy.
Man of the people, man.
He gives.
He really does. He really does. Gave me my sunglasses back. It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
What did you think of the set?
It's like, again, it's just a continuation of fun.
Yeah.
It's easy. I still don't know the set list. I had to look at Brian in between every song and go, how does this one start?
Oh my God. Get it together.
Dude. Shut the fuck up. I don't have your brain.
What do you mean? You play HardLore songs all the time.
Yeah, but I've been playing those for fucking 16 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? Those I know. That's Muscle Mem.
Well, why aren't these Muscle Mem? You should be playing them right now.
Shut up.
Well, not.
I don't know. I just don't know. My brain is dried. It's just dried up. I don't got it. But the set was good.
It was awesome.
Good.
I was pissed.
Yeah, because
I had to play right fucking after you. The Weapon X had if at like Sound and Fury 2007. If the Weapon X intro pile-on happened, it would have been like, that was the craziest fucking thing ever. You know? Like, that was crazy. That was a legit, like, amazing reaction.
Dude, there's an interesting thing that we should talk about, and it's God, I don't want to, I'm really trying not to sound like a snob because I'm sure at some point in my life I've been guilty of it too. But now that we live in an era where things can go viral, people are trying to create the moment always.
Yeah. Which, like, you have Little Caesar on here. That's not, you're not beating that.
Yeah.
Unless it's accidental.
But I just wonder about that and how that has affected, you know, because you know it's going to be filmed. We know there's 1,000 photographers.
I mean, it affects it's going to affect everything from here on until, like, cameras are banned.
Yeah. Until
because but this is not just hardcore, it's everywhere.
Right.
Everything is being filmed everywhere. Everything every action you make could be a TikTok where somebody goes, "What the fuck was this guy doing?" And then you're famous.
We were talking to a friend of the show, Ian, about how crowd work and stuff at stand up now is like brutal because people try to interject and make the compilations and do blah blah blah. It's an interesting thing. I don't know. And I'm not saying that this happened during the Weapon X set or whatever, but it's
different forms of crowd participation. You know, it's like dead bodies, people moshing, or just standing there and watching because the songs are chaotic and crazy. And Weapon X Weapon X has been a band longer. People know the songs more, and you have a front man, which means it's possible for people to sing along. But holy shit, the like straight edge Weapon X intro thing.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Oh yeah.
So that band can probably go as far as you guys want it to.
Yeah.
And Trey on the drums, my beloved sweet baby boy, who held me down the entire time, just as you did, Bo.
Yeah.
You two were my techs. You made it happen. We'll get there, but Trey killed it. He always does. Very solid. Dead Bodies next.
A really fun thing. No, go on. I'll get to it.
Okay.
Go on. Yeah, I'm jumping out of order.
I had a great time.
Thank you, Taylor, by the way, for allowing me to use all of your stuff.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
That was nice. I mean, he was playing on that same side, so it was probably nice and easy.
Yeah.
Uses his guitar?
No, not as I brought my guitar.
You brought your guitar, right?
And actually, I used the stage amp, but I used his pedal board. And he dialed it in for me. So thank you, Taylor. Love you.
Sounded good.
So much. How'd you feel about Dead Body?
I had a great time.
I've only seen you guys twice now.
Yeah.
And the first time, it looked like you were like, remember the songs. And this time, it looked like you were like having fun.
Yeah, I was having a blast. The other, when something sounds off to me at all, it kills my vibe. And I think at the LDB one, I was like too loud, and there wasn't enough bass in my bass.
I got you.
So my vibe was shot.
Too much like mid and trouble.
Too much mid. This one, we checked fucking monitors and shit.
Right.
I felt dialed in. I used Alex bass. I really like the way it feels.
That bass is sick.
So I just had a good time. And Dead Body in general is the way you described Weapon X, where it's like I get to just stress free. I'm not worrying about this as a career.
Right.
I'm showing up to rock because I like doing it.
Yeah.
That's why we're all there for the same reason, just because we like doing it.
That's awesome.
There's none of us in the band have any expectation. We just like it, and that makes it more fun, which maybe makes us all play a little better.
Right.
Oddly.
Because absolutely.
Yeah. I love it.
You're never gonna play better than when you're like comfortable.
Yeah.
I
just don't care if anybody. I don't care.
Yeah.
And that helps.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I just like to play.
And it's not a band that's dependent on crowd participation, even though there was plenty. It doesn't make or break a set.
No.
Blast beat. That's the one amazing thing about blast beats.
You just go.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything.
I watched the whole time from behind the amps. Just had a great time. You guys sounded so good.
Thanks, man. I had a blast. I love it.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I love doing it.
I'm glad.
Warfare was next. The birthday boy, Sam Yarmouth.
Sam.
And a gang of all-stars. Started and ended with Freedom Slam. Which was hilarious.
We start and end with the Weapon X intro.
Yeah.
And I like that becoming a thing. I think that's
great.
fun. If the intro is also the outro, love it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Especially in Detroit when every member of Freedom is there and they're not doing it with you is hilarious.
It's very funny.
Great sets.
Great set.
Sam has like a revolving door of people who play in the band, which is hilarious.
I love that.
I like that Warfare is the Sam Yarmouth show. And you get what you get. You're going to get some covers. You're going to get the real Sam.
Yeah.
It's his birthday today.
Happy birthday, Sam. 35, a young man.
Triple B. True Love was next, the last show ever. Can you believe that?
It's pretty wild. No, I don't believe it.
I do, 100%.
But it's pretty wild. Yeah.
The last True Love show ever. Derek is just the best drummer.
Yeah. Alec was playing a cool ass Les Paul.
People forget that Alec's like this riff guy, but he'll remind you that like his swag on stage is the reason, he's cool. He's a cool guy. He's great. He's one of my best friends. And then the swag.
And then there's this dressing.
Then swag. And then he does all the moves. He's got all the stuff.
Yeah. He and I share a love of old Gibson Les Pauls, old standards.
Is there people who like hate old Gibson Les Pauls?
Of course.
Really?
Heavy. Yeah, there's Strat people out there.
I mean, I love a Strat, but I love a Les Paul.
Love a Les Paul.
Les Paul is like the coolest guitar of all time.
Easy.
Easy. The last True Love set was sick. They played a bunch of the songs from all eras, closed with Off My Chest. Or no, they played Off My Chest second to last, but that was nice.
That was nice.
That was a nice surprise.
Boy, do I love Carry On. Then we had the Monstars, dude.
Oh, yeah. King 9. With a couple of scabs who crushed it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's so you and King 9 really, by you I mean God's Hate and King 9 really spearheaded the we got a bunch of people, so everyone's just gonna play when they can.
I love that.
I love that. It's so fun. It's so fun.
It should be that. I mean, you want to bring all the boys to the thing.
Yeah.
And there's certain bands where if you have 3 guitars, it's like you're not doing the things that need that. But King 9, 3 guitars going dun 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 is just sick.
Yeah.
And I really like that King 9 has cemented themselves as this like permanent legacy, can play any fest anytime.
Yeah.
And they like, as we talked about in Dan's episode, they're the best example of a band's band done right.
Really, yeah. Very
Where
good
the people in bands, they're so undeniable that the people in bands aren't just like, that band is sick. They're pitting hard as fuck every time they play, which makes people at the show who also love them pit hard as fuck every time they play. Right. It's an event. It's a moment every time King 9 plays.
In and of itself, it's its own moment every time.
There doesn't need to be a TV that breaks. There can be, and there has been. But it's going to be crazy enough because the songs are good. Their vibe is good.
The vibe is outstanding.
The vibe is crazy.
Every time.
Yes. They figured it out.
Yeah. It's weird to be like a heavy band that people kill each other to, but everyone on stage is just like smiling.
Yeah.
Like everyone's having fun. It's awesome.
Oh, I forgot. This is where, so True Love ended.
Yeah.
And I was looking out. I was watching through Derek's ass.
Yeah.
And the lights were hitting me in such a way where I was like, something weird going on. Turned around to talk to Paul Dove and Brian Garris and realized I couldn't see them. It was like, what's going on here? And and this happens to me 2-3 times a year, but I could only see what I'm looking. I see a little pinhole that's like directly what I'm looking at. So if I'm looking at you right now on Zoom on my screen, I can see your little face, and everything around it is a big blur. No, it's like objects and shapes, and colors. And I was just kind of starting to panic because I was like, "Oh God, I'm getting one of these."
An ocular migraine.
An ocular migraine. And normally, I drink a shit ton of water. I take a nap, and it's gone.
Can't do that.
I'm not in a place where I can take a nap. I'm not in a position where I can, because a couple bands later, I got to play.
Yeah.
So now I'm pumping everything in me that I can just to be like, okay, what can I get rid of? I drink fucking 600 milligrams of cold brew. I drink 15 waters. I take 6 Excedrin. Yeah. I'm doing all this stuff. I eat a brisket sandwich from, what was it called? Full
Rack.
Full Rack Barbecue, the truck outside, front of the show.
Delicious.
I'm doing everything I can.
I had to I walked you to the fucking medical
I couldn't
center.
see anything.
Yeah.
I could not see anything. And I had a couple people were like stop me to be like, dude, what's up? You didn't say what's up? And I just had to be like, I can't see you. The worst moment outside. I could see the shape of Scanlon's head. John Scanlon, beloved John Scanlon of Long Island. Promoter of shows for 50 years now.
Lord of stage management.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's talking to a guy who stops me to talk about Mark Nava tattoos. Oh, no. I can't see him at all. I only see the shape of Scanlon's hair, and I can hear his voice, and that's how I know it's him.
Oh, my God.
And so I'm having this great conversation with this guy as I can't see a fucking thing. And talking about Mark Nava, who's like one of my best buddies, love him. And he's gotten tattooed by a bunch. Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh my God. It was Civ. And I was like, what was your name? He's like, Civ. And I was like, oh my God. And I just hugged him. And I was like, I can't even see you. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
So new friend of the show, Civ. He'll be on at some point.
What was your name? Civ.
He was like, really, don't worry about it, I swear. Yeah. But I could not see anything.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? All I could do was panic about the set I had to play. That's why I didn't sing my Pain of Truth part that I love so much.
Which you broke a streak.
I did.
It's been a streak of like 8 shows.
So many. But their set was still insane.
Yeah, they might be the next big thing, huh?
They might be the big thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Like not even next. Like they did it. They've achieved it.
Thank you.
I love that group of guys. Mm-hmm. It's incredible what they've been able to do with 7 songs in the world. I can't imagine what it's going to be like with an LP out.
Yeah.
It's game over for other music. Right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're already monstrous.
Yeah.
And you have something just in the tank ready.
And they're another band where because they grew up in the pit. These guys grew up in the pit.
Yeah. Right.
Which is that's when people in bands go, they grew up, they're real. So I have to do everything I can to support them. Which is how I feel. Which is how King Nine, I'm sure, feels.
Yeah, right, of course.
The best lads, they're gonna take over. Incendiary's next.
These guys.
Why did I play after them?
They're monsters. I don't know.
It's a different reaction.
Course.
Obviously,
of course.
It's 2 different crowds of people. But man, this was unbelievable.
Incendiary. Hot off one of the craziest videos I've seen from the Metro the night before.
Yeah.
Show up. Brian's taller than ever.
He grew.
And they just rip.
Yeah.
They just rip.
Yeah, they're again, they've been a band for so long.
So long.
Like 15 years, I think.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, I identify with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But they can play any fest anytime.
Yeah.
They can't tour, so this is what you're gonna get from them forever.
And they have toured. They've done it.
Yeah.
They've done things, and every time you see them, it's just like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's the reaction I have every time.
I know. And it's just, there's something about them that is so palatable to absolutely everyone. You know?
Yes.
It's like the combination of the riffs being like Juilliard-esque, Danny being a like Nick Jett type solid drummer who doesn't miss things, Brendan having the most accessible voice you've ever heard.
And recognizable.
Right, immediately. Like, oh, there he is.
There he is, yeah.
Yeah.
You should take it as a gold star that you followed them. You know what I mean?
Like, like we did it.
and did it well.
Yeah.
There wasn't the like at all, you know.
No, it felt great. From what I saw, it was one of our best sets ever.
Yeah, you cracked a code with putting on your sunglasses.
Oh my
you weren't
God,
gonna play
it was
in them, but you
unbelievable.
put them on and it helped, right?
Walking around with the sunglasses, I was like Cyclops in X-Men with the ruby quartz glasses, where he was keeping my lasers away. I could finally like see a little bit, but I was still in panic mode for the most part before we played. I could register. This is I was put at ease when before we played I could just see people.
Oh yeah,
Like it was filled to the brim to the front,
and it was never not.
Right, which to me was like we're fine.
If Harm's Way ever has sets like that, they're few and far between. But if we ever have sets like that, it's always the best.
Yeah,
it's the best.
That's how it felt. It was like, oh, this is about to be the best.
Yeah,
and it felt like after Sound and Fury, it was like that's probably the best one ever. So take that, Jimmy. Good job.
What happened with the intro sample?
Alec gets stressed about the samples because he does them. Like they're all on his little pedal.
Yeah.
So he just plays it, switches to the next one, plays it with a little pedal.
Yeah.
He just turned it off. He said he was,
it was
so
literally like, brr, 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 we're number one.
And he looked at me and went, oops.
Yeah.
And I said, fucking asshole.
Yeah, straight into it, yeah.
And it's because he stresses out about it that something bad happens.
Of course.
You know?
Of course.
And the rest of it went off without a hitch otherwise.
Yeah.
Martine's head blew first note.
Oh, first note. And you know what's
note.
funny is before I noticed that there was like a clamor on stage left of people, you know, panicking to get a new one, I smelt it. I kind of went, oh, something blew up.
Yeah.
Without knowing, because there's a very distinct smell of wires going.
Yeah.
Look over, and sure enough.
But of course, the pro just held his guitar and sang all his stuff the whole time.
And it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was actually awesome.
It was sick. It was, I mean, there's a lot of
Is
bands that are
Martine-
doing that today.
Which, yeah. Is Martine just like the MVP?
He is,
Like overall MVP?
he's the ultimate utility man, you know?
And but more than that, that's almost like
No, I know. I'm not even
demeaning,
saying that as
yeah.
that's not a
Not
derogatory,
derogatory.
thing. He knows. Like he'll
Yeah.
show up, he'll be like, "This is my role," you know. He knows every song. He listens to like lines that are hard to sing live, and goes, "Okay, those are the ones I'm gonna do," and just does them. So if Brody misses one, it's there. It's so pro. It's crazy. He's a true pro.
He is a true pro.
Yeah.
It's very admirable.
Agreed.
It's very impressive to me.
But this was magical to us. We're still talking about it. We're all still talking about it. Just so if you're wondering, do they talk about? Yeah, we're all still chatting about it. Just going like, "Good job, boys." You know? I was definitely sitting there thinking, "Man, this is the worst set I've ever played."
No shit.
Personally, that's what like my thought in my mind was like, I must suck dick right now because I couldn't see or tell what I was doing.
Yeah.
You can know. I know to some extent, like, okay, I'm nailing this.
Yeah.
You know, but then there's some things where I just feel myself miss because I couldn't see what I was doing. This must be how Beethoven feels, you know?
Are you calling yourself Ludwig?
No. Just in the way that he's looking out, he can't hear it, you know? But they're going, yeah, for Beethoven.
Oh, I got you. Okay, I got
so
you.
Beethoven's like, I must be doing something right.
Do you know that he came up with a device to attach to his piano that he bit on,
And could feel it?
he could hear it. Wow. You ever like lay your guitar neck on a couch or something, and it's like amplified?
Yeah.
And like you can like
Oh yeah, it's like that.
You know what I'm saying? Or like if you're playing, you put the neck of the guitar against your head.
Yeah.
Same vibe.
You know the you know that Twitter thread that we love so much?
Oh God, yes, I do.
And one of them is
The history of
Beethoven
music.
post-death acoustic sessions. And it goes a little something like this.
Oh no.
Once a year, we go through
Maybe
that.
we just play that whole thing.
Dude, we should do a whole episode about that thread.
Oh my
I
God.
can't believe that word. Na-na. Anyway.
Little Timmy. I watched. So I was on microphone duty.
Oh my
and
God, dude.
I need to congratulate you. You never once needed my help.
That's
Not-
a testament to the stand, I think.
To the stand. But also I was watching because I wanted to figure out, okay, what does he do? And it's
Yeah.
surely your left hand hitting it and just the way you lean
Right.
over. It never moved.
I never hit it. It's always
Your mouth.
if there's something wrong with it,
Yeah.
the stand is the problem.
I got you.
Like it'll just fall or the mic will swivel this way.
Yeah.
But normally, if it's solid enough, I can just leave it there, and you'll notice it creates this little like ping back from my crash a lot of the time. The crash was like 8 feet from me.
Oh,
I don't know if you noticed that.
I didn't.
The first
I'm not a
like
drummer.
half of the set, I was like for my main crash, and it made it so much more difficult
Of
to
course.
play because when I was setting it up, I couldn't see it.
Oh, fuck.
I couldn't see how far it was from me.
It'll be really interesting to watch video, like the drum cam.
I don't ever want to see that.
And
I will
just wanna
never in
see
my
it
life
if
watch
you're
that
like,
video. You could not pay me to watch that. So
you couldn't tell me.
I hope it does not go up. I
I,
might make sure it doesn't.
I was watching that mic the whole time, and then the only time I had to touch it, or had to, I chose to touch it, was during my favorite part of the entire set.
Finish the job.
Dude, the kill them part is so fucking good. I love that, like, I didn't know who it was. Someone was arm in arm with Anthony doing his. Martine's doing it.
Will Kalen.
Brody's going insane. I grabbed your mic and did it. And right before I did it, I, like, literally look over my shoulder and saw Jeff from Cold as Life and literally got, like, nervous.
Yeah.
Because he has one of the craziest
The greatest
voices
voice ever.
And I immediately was like,
Dude, I'm so glad I didn't know he was right behind me.
right behind
I would have played so much worse.
you. Right behind you.
Thank God.
Directly behind you.
Thank God. He was right. He was just like this. Behind me. For the last 2 songs, I think.
Yeah.
I turned around after finishing and he was just like, hey man.
And I literally heard you go, oh, and just give him a hug.
I can't wait to talk about how Jeff left.
Yeah.
It was one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life.
Okay.
And there's no way he has any idea.
That it was that. Yeah.
Or he's a secret comedian.
Possibly.
He might be.
After God's Hate, I had a special moment.
Earth Crisis?
Earth Crisis is setting up.
Oh.
Carl watched the Weapon X set, which was sick.
I told him to.
Okay. Very nice. He came up to me before Earth Crisis started and was like, hey, man, I watched Weapon X. That was fucking sick. Those jerseys are awesome. Do you have a marker I can use to X up? And in my brain, I was just like, I think I said, yes, I do, Carl. that's what I said out loud. And in my brain, I was obviously it was a full circle moment.
Yeah.
It was very cool. Earth Crisis starts. They open with The Discipline.
Dude, that was insane.
It was like...
Just, dun, dun.
And you saw everyone just like, all right, here we go.
Yeah,
it was
that was crazy.
So fucking awesome.
God's Hate and Earth Crisis back to back, 2 of the great straight edge bands of our time.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
It's official.
It's official.
That was. It's pretty cool.
They were awesome.
Oh my God. They sound like they practice 5-6 times a week.
Yeah. James arrived before God's Hate.
Right.
He literally drove out to watch God's Hate and then Inclination the following day.
He's unbelievable.
And to hit a casino and to just chill. Love you, James.
Yeah, he's the best.
It was very nice to see you. And we stood next to each other during Earth Crisis, and the whole set, we would just look at each other and just go, you know, just like
the classic James where he just goes.
Yeah, exactly. Just like, fuck. It's weird.
That move, though.
Yeah, that move. It's weird because he's the same as me in that like Earth Crisis existed, but peripherally. We both got into Earth Crisis later.
Because you were Youth of Today guys first before anything.
Exactly. Same with Chris. And Earth Crisis, like everyone else in Chicago who are like a little older than us, go ride for them. You know, The Killer fucking loved Earth Crisis. Right. You know, but it was just like it was always kind of one of those bands that was like, yeah, they're there. It's heavy. I didn't get it until much later.
You hear anybody that existed in the 90s, like even Josta was like, Earth Crisis taking us on tour was huge.
Yeah.
You know?
They were the band.
The fucking band. Clearly, performance-wise, they still are.
They still fucking are. Played Gamora's.
This is 30 years of Firestorm.
Three X's.
And they didn't make that fucking shirt. Carl.
Hello.
You make the shirt.
Played Gamora's, did the dropout for it. Oh, yeah. So sick.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Closed with Firestorm. They played the whole Firestorm. Or I'm sorry, they played the All Out War.
Right.
7-inch last, right? Like they played every song in order.
They played All Out War like second or third, which I thought was incredible. It was like disciplined All Out War. It was amazing.
Yeah, that was
unbelievable set.
Great set.
Negative fucking Approach was next.
Dude, and like this was crazy. I've never seen Negative Approach.
Right. You haven't?
No, never.
Oh, wow.
So it was like, I was pretty pumped.
Yeah.
You know? Brandon does a crazy thing live. Where he just yells. There's that, and there's no like, you know, like, Tied Down goes like, there's like dynamics in the way he sings it. Right? He's like, there's only no that you're not the one you to know. Like but live it's just like there's no. It's fucking intimidating.
He's figured out what he needs to do.
Yeah.
It was really cool to see them play a fest named after their fucking song.
He said an amazing thing too. Yeah. He said, long time ago we wrote a song, and I guess somebody thought it was a cool name for a fest. Hope my check's in the mail, man. And they played it.
I hope
they were sick. Too. They played the tracks. They played Ready to Fight right in the goddamn middle.
In the middle. What kind of ball? Like, how gangster are you, dude? You're like, hey, you know this song that inspired everything you like? Yeah. Here it is in the middle. Here's 10 more songs.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You either should open with it or close with it, normally.
Yeah.
And they just said, here it is. You remember that Somebody That I Used to Know song? Gotcha.
Fuck yeah.
Remember? Yeah. A friend of mine, when that song was huge, a friend of mine went to see them. And they played that in the middle of the set.
Wow.
That was like the song of the year.
Of the decade. Yeah.
And they played it it was just like, played it right in the middle.
Brandon, I was talking to Brandon outside a little bit, and he was saying how he thought this fest was going to be like a squat, like bullshit operation. He's like, I told my girlfriend not to come. I was like, honey.
Whoa.
He was like, sweetie, it's going to suck. Don't come. And he called her later, and he was like, this is a real thing. You should. So that was cool.
That's awesome.
We'll probably do a full episode with him soon, which will be.
Yeah, we were gonna try to do something there, but timing was weird.
No, and it's. I think that I was talking to him and Jimmy outside, and Brandon was like, "Yeah, we just went out with Circle Jerks for a while. We're going out soon with the Circle Jerks. We got a couple weeks off, then we're gonna go back out with the Circle Jerks." It was very funny. Never ending game was up next.
Unreal, dude.
Hometown Heroes.
The boys.
It was, and I will say, like, Sound and Fury, the next set was like,
oh,
holy shit! Like,
people say people will say it's a movie, you know, and obviously
Yeah.
it's almost like a cliche at this point, but like their Sound and Fury set was fucking crazy.
So now it was time. Like, I'm sure Jimmy saw that and was like, all right, guys,
Yeah.
do it at home. And, you know, first they open with a newer song
Yeah.
and it's like pretty lit.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, what's next, guys? Then they hit the Just Another Day title track and it was the movie, the credits rolled. There was a cold open, credits rolled.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was fucking nuts. You know, I've seen this band grow from their inception. I've known every member of the band for quite some time. They might be on the show next week. We'll see.
We got a busy month.
Oh my god! But it was very special. One of those hometown sets that I as a peripheral guy, I'm like, man, I'm proud of them. That I hope that the guys in the band look back at and go, man, I'm proud of us.
That's awesome.
New record is
I
great.
love shit like that. I love shit like that. I really do.
Love that band. Mm-hmm. And then how many times do we get neg best set next day during the Man on the Street thing?
It's corny, but I love any group of people from a place putting on for the band from that place. You
Love
know?
that.
So like every time someone said D Block or Never Ending Game or whatever, it was just like, fuck yeah.
Okay, good. You know? Like good.
Yeah, good.
You should be saying that. You know?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
We're
totally.
here.
I love that.
All right, walk me through Bo's experience with the Gorilla Biscuit set.
You know what so we had heard earlier in the week that Walter was looking for horn players and having a hard time finding horn players to open up
And I
the
guess
set.
that's a thing, is that they're like last minute, they're like, oh fuck, we need horns.
We need horns. So I was backstage, I was in our podcast room and I heard like I heard them warming up and practicing the intro.
That feel good?
Listen, I respect having it.
Yeah.
Just press play on a fucking thing.
I get, but it's just, again, this is a moment-driven thing.
You're right.
That we're
You're
in.
right.
They know, they know somebody sees the horns come out and the phone goes.
I guess that's a backup too. They can always just play the thing if they can't find horns.
But get
And
the
you know
horn.
what's I saw The Who with my mom last year, and it was them with an orchestra, and they do the same thing. They get a different orchestra in every city because orchestras can just read. They can just sight read and play what they're supposed to play. So Gorilla Biscuits, The Who, no real difference. I watched from stage left from Walter's side because I love him.
Right.
And I wanted to see him play.
Sexy Man, the original
What
Sexy Man.
just happened to you? For like 10 seconds, you were in another world.
I was stopping and thinking about finding an orchestra in every city.
It's crazy, right?
Well, I was like, that's insane. How do I do that?
They had the Chicago Philharmonic.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's the Who.
They can fucking afford the Chicago.
Spare no expense.
Yeah, no. The Who's got it?
I watched from Walter's side. They started with the
Sexy
first song
Man.
on Start Today, which isn't Start Today, New Direction.
New Direction.
And they played it and they fucking ripped. I don't know who was playing drums for them. Luke, I think. And he fucking killed it. They all looked cool. They all looked like they were having so much fun.
Yeah.
The vibe
Smiling
was great.
ear to ear the whole time.
The whole time.
Yeah.
They played. Remind me of the singer of End It's name.
Akil.
Okay. They played. Fuck. What song was it? It was.
Akil is the coolest guy in the world. But we'll get there in a minute. But
It was Degradation, I think. And fucking killed it. And then I forget what song it was, but I decided to participate a little bit. I hit some of the worst stage dives of my entire life.
Please God, let there be video.
I'm sure I Euro-esque run, like do my move to the side and then just kind of jump off because no one was there.
Oh,
and I'm not a novice. I know what I'm doing.
No. We've talked about etiquette. You know what to do.
People are just moving, and dude, at one point I need this guy Kyle from Chicago. Need him square in the middle of the head because he like went down, and I it was a whole thing. They covered Minor Threat, which was sick, and then we had to leave. And it's also always kind of a good idea to beat the fucking traffic.
You gotta beat the rush.
Gotta beat the rush. As we're leaving, they're playing the New York Crew, like the Judge song.
Yeah.
And I was dead.
I guess
inside.
Mike Judge was there
Great.
somewhere.
Awesome. So that sucked. I missed that. I love that song.
Yeah.
We called it the Wolf Pack. We called it United Blood.
Yeah, that was crazy. We were walking out the door like, wait, fuck.
Wait a minute. Yeah. It fucking sucked. But their set was sick. I when I was younger, I think it was Big Mouth. That was the song that made me go out. When I was younger, I loved Gorilla Biscuits.
Yeah.
And as time went on, palette changed a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
But seeing some of those songs played with a mostly OG lineup and they're all jumping around having a good time.
Undeniable.
It was fucking awesome. It was awesome.
It's like, I mean, I had a period where I didn't listen to Leeway for 7 years.
Yeah.
But if I hear those songs, it's like a Pavlovian response.
Yeah.
There's music that sticks with you forever, no matter if you're actively listening to it.
We left. We went with Lord Brody to the MGM where he was staying. And we had another night, didn't we?
This was the fastest for me.
And this was the most insane because, without getting into too much detail, the group was gambling.
Yeah.
James was already there.
Yeah.
We met up with James there. Nobody won.
I think we proved that night that like it can't be done there.
Something's up with that.
You're gonna get bonuses and they're not gonna work.
Brody hit one of the craziest bonuses on that.
It was so fun,
and it was awesome.
Yeah,
and he won like $250.
Yeah, on a $6 bet, and that bonus was like 30 minutes long.
It was a never-ending game, truly. And
yeah, that was fucked up. Place sucks.
Like I feel like in any other casino he would have made $3,000. Like that would have been a hand pay.
Yeah, I would have gotten my money back tenfold.
It was 30 free spins.
No, it was like 52.
And he got $250.
Yeah.
It was bullshit. Total bullshit.
Place fucking sucks. MGM Grand
fucking
Detroit,
sucks.
suck my dick and ass. I'm never going back. I'm going
Speaking
to Greektown.
of dick and ass and in between days, let's talk about Manscaped. Shall we?
That might have been your greatest segue
Thank you.
ever.
Thank you so
It's Manscaped time.
It's Manscaped time. Tell
Our
them,
beloved friends of the show. One day
we
will focus. It's gonna be
re-signed with Manscaped.
so- We did.
Because we're all about it. They're taking care of us. They're treating us well. They're treating you well. And that's what we want.
We just.
What did you bring with you on this recent trip?
I don't go anywhere without the Reviver. You know that.
That's your main.
And my Manscaped Boxer Briefs 2.0 now.
2.0.
Which when the
I'm
fire
wearing
alarm went off.
Hold on. We'll get there. I'm wearing 2.0s right now.
Well, we're in the ads now. I want to talk about it.
Oh, yeah,
I
go ahead.
felt so comfortable in my Manscaped Boxer Briefs 2.0 that I went out there in the hallway to see if the hotel was on fire, and nothing but them, and I felt safe as can be.
The loudest fucking thing I've ever heard.
7:31 a.m.
I yelled alone. I go, nah! Like alone. You know, like it was so fucking jarring.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Anyway, Manscaped kept us safe during that, and it kept my crops so revived. Again, I'm not. This is not hyperbolic. I do not travel without this little bottle.
I'm a big fan of the foot duster. It smells lovely. It makes my dogs smell nice.
Right.
And
Which we're standing at these fests for 12, 16 hours sometimes.
That's like actually a really good selling point.
It's crazy.
It works.
Yeah.
It smells great. Yeah. I would love. I wonder if it's a scent because it smells really good.
Here's one for you. Sam Yormuth, I caught him going to the bathroom to preserve. He was like, on my way to the bathroom, pulled out his bottle of crop preserver that he got using code HardLore, 20% off and free shipping. He doesn't travel without it.
Beautiful.
This isn't a joke, guys.
Nope.
This is real. A
couple people have asked me, like, hey, off the record.
And I go, no, on the record. Manscaped
I use
rocks.
it every day.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So use code HardLore, 20% off free shipping.
That's right.
Colin, what other time is it?
It's whatnot time, baby. We're probably going to be doing a whatnot next week because we're going to be in the UK for so long.
Yeah.
But whatnot is the future. It's Twitch meets Cameo
awesome.
meets eBay.
Yeah.
It's the best place to buy and sell hardcore memorabilia specifically now.
Specifically from us.
Yes, absolutely.
But you got sports stuff, wrestling stuff, collectibles, and
Trading cards, Pokemon cards, you know?
Take
Toys,
a look at that
games.
site. whatever you're into, they got it.
Yeah, and you use
amazing.
our code in the description below. $15 off your first purchase. Brody King's on there. Lars Fredrickson, Danhausen, all these cool guys. Post Malone's done stuff on there. There's some crazy fuckers on there, and we're on there too.
And we're on there once a month.
Once a month.
And it's a time.
It's a special show. It's a live HardLore where there happen to be things for sale.
Yes, that's a really good way to put it. We answer questions. We jib jab. It's great.
We do it all.
Sunday morning. Suddenly.
Detroit, Michigan, Sunday morning.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I was my dogs were barking. I'll tell you what.
In the morning?
Yeah. I was. Oh, and also I did something to my shoulder during the Weapon X set, and this was where like during the night I like reached over to grab a pillow, and while I'm like half asleep, I like something hurt, and I was fucked up all day.
Wow.
But what do we?
We went to Red Hook Coffee first.
That's right, we did.
Which I loved. In Ferndale.
Right.
Loved it. Had like a pierogi type thing there.
Yeah.
Dang.
I had a everything bagel scone with cream cheese in it.
Oh, that had cream cheese in it?
Yeah, which I
didn't
didn't
know.
even know when I ordered it, and it was fucking awesome.
Yeah, that kept me full all day. Oh, hold on, dude. We got to go back.
Okay.
Day 2, a car pulls up. Oh, there's 2 things I missed. A car pulls up with 50 Jets pizzas. And that's why this fest is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Jimmy bought the most Jets I've ever seen. Jimmy, Curtis, and Co, I will say,
Yeah,
because the
yeah.
entire staff, this entire fest was awesome. The stage dudes rocked, were so helpful with drums and gear and everything.
So helpful.
The front of house guys were so helpful. The monitor guys were like so kind.
There
And
wasn't
patient.
a single. I guess the stage manager of the first day walked off during Never Ending Game, like quit on site.
Really?
Yeah, Jimmy told me that. That was like the one thing the whole weekend.
Oh.
And then it may not have been Never Ending Game, it may have been an earlier band.
Okay, yeah. See, I wouldn't. I
Exactly.
experienced nothing but like
Exactly.
the nicest stage people I've ever worked with, and that went into day 2. But at the end of day 1, 2 things happened. A boatload of jets came, non-hyperbolic, the most jets you've ever seen. And then at the end of the night, things are winding down. I'm in a nice little circle with myself, Taylor Young, Dan Seeley, Jeff Gunnels, and Beast from Hate Inc.
Yeah.
And at one point, there's this gorgeous blood moon.
Blood Moon, yeah.
Beautiful. And we're all admiring the moon for a minute. And Jeff looks up and goes, "Oh my God, the moon looks incredible. I got to go." And that was it. He left. He
As
went
if
home.
he was going to.
He was
turn.
going to transform.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. It was like the best comedic timing I've ever seen.
And
And-
became a thing that we started saying the rest of the
We
night.
did. And on that note, we went out to Detroit with the intention of shooting some stuff with Jeff and Coldest Life. And it evolved into something much bigger. So we'll be going back out to Detroit in the next few months to do something very special with Jeff
Give it its
around
just due.
their comeback show in October.
Yeah.
It's going to be good because, there's no harder lore than Detroit, Michigan in general. So we want to learn more about it. We want to tell you all about it. And you'll
Love
see soon.
Yeah, I love
All right, Sunday.
Sunday.
Bitter Truth opens up.
That's right.
What do we think of Bitter Truth?
It was heavy.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. It was heavy.
They'd be like, dun, 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 dun. Which again, that's the language that I speak. That's the kind of binary that I'm all about.
Opening
1 1
a fest.
0 1 1 0 1 0 1 1 1. Yeah, that's my shit. Opening a fest is hard.
It's
Continue.
hard. It's very difficult
Yeah.
and not fun.
No.
They looked like they had a great time.
Had a good set. Had a good reaction. Which makes me think like Saturday was kind of the harder day to open.
Absolutely.
Because Sunday was like, we got to get back.
Saturday was crazy stacked. Like
Yeah,
the
it
lineup
was.
was crazy.
It was gnarly.
So people are going to be kind of reserved. And then Sunday, it's like, okay, last day, let's go. And they nailed it. They did a great job.
Yeah, they rocked. Doubt It played next. Singer had them funky big Asteroid Boy boots on.
Yeah.
A lot of good sneakers on the stage. Incredible drummer. Hard band. This band was like solid in a way where I was like, what the fuck is this? Like they had like harmonized leads and shit. They were awesome.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they were really cool.
Very cool.
I liked that. I think they're from Detroit too. Did you say and then?
And then.
Oh my god. And then the next big thing played. Cosmic Joke. My buddies from the Valley here. One of my best buddies in the world, Mac, sings. I had the best. This made me like emotional. You know?
I had a great time.
They're so good.
They're so good. Catchy punk, for those of you. If you're into melodies, hooks.
Bad Religion, Rancid type shit.
Yeah, very good.
Without that, they're not a ska band anymore. They're a Cosmic Joke now. You know? Mm-hmm. I think their 7-inch that my brother recorded is going to blow people away.
Blow asses.
It's gonna blow asses clean off. The every single hook on it is like unbelievable.
So sick.
They played every song that they have, so you've heard them, but wait till you hear them again, recorded.
And I would say they stood out amongst the lineup.
Big time.
Had a great set.
I think I could visually. I was watching.
Yeah.
I was scanning the room the entire time. So I think that anybody that did catch them would be like, who the fuck was that? That was great. And obviously the bit going into it was who the fuck is Cosmic Joke? Because why is this band that nobody knows from here playing a fest where nobody knows them there?
Yeah.
Because they rock.
Because they rock.
And that was one of 2 sets I think Jimmy watched from the stage, which is funny. It was great. Loved them. I think they're the next big thing, along with Missing Link. Now, Missing Link is like the next huge thing, and Cosmic Joke is the next big thing.
It's pretty big.
Yeah. Ends of Sanity was up next. What a fucking drummer in this band.
Oh yeah.
Good God. He's so solid that like I have to imagine the rest of the band is like we got to play better because he's so good. They're sick. I don't know that I've ever seen them. I'd like to see them for more than 15 minutes next time. So I'm looking forward to seeing them again.
Beautiful.
Buggin' was next. Chicago HC.
Chicago. Yep.
They've been a band for kind of a while.
For a while, yeah.
And like it's been cool to like I've probably played with them 5 times in some way or another. It is cool to see them evolve into like a real band.
Absolutely.
Putting out records, playing fests.
I'm reminded of them often. There is a barista at my local coffee shop who wears a Buggin' hoodie like every day.
They're out there, baby.
They are out there. And it's cool. I don't know any of them personally. I think it's cool that a band is doing something.
Yeah.
And doing it well. And they're just like strangers to me personally.
Right.
Like but from the same city.
No, that's cool.
Like, I think that's cool. And they put on for Chicago pretty hard, and like I love that.
You gotta love that.
Yeah.
Buggin' was sick. They did a really good job. They sounded good. They're solid. New 7-inch on Flat Spot, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Raw Brigade is next. A real fest MVP at this point.
Yeah.
Nationwide.
They were fucking awesome.
Yeah, they play this brand of hardcore that like does not compute to audiences a lot other than them, you know?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Like they're doing like the meme where it's like HC Fest when a fast band plays and it's people just staring.
Yeah.
But like Raw Brigade has gotten over. It's great.
I wonder, what is it? Is it the fast thing?
But see, the thing is like Spy and Gel play.
Right.
And they're fast the whole time.
Right.
And like they draw this brand of freak, non-derogatory, who are like, yeah, the whole time in the front. Like the gel set was, there was a row of like 30 people who I didn't see watch one other band in gel shirts, just like not even singing along.
Just loving it.
Just there like, yeah, gel.
Yeah.
Which,
sick.
dude, that's all you can ask for.
That's the dream.
That is the fucking dream.
Yeah,
like not
absolutely.
knowing lyrics, stage diving, freaking out, punching the stage to the fucking kick drum, wearing your shirts.
Yeah.
That's a music video.
Hair dyed all kinds of colors.
Oh my God, the best. That was really cool. I'd never talked to anybody in gel before. I talked to them after. They're solid.
Yeah.
Just as I skipped right over Spy. Spy is very solid too.
Spy we've seen a bunch.
A billion times. They just put out a new record.
Oh, sick.
Check that out. We've Spy and Gel, we've kind of miss everything. We haven't spoken to them on the show yet, but we'll probably have both on soon. Gel is locked in, so that'll be happening. I know that they listen, so hello to Gel. Hello, Spy.
It's very cool to me. I'm torn a little bit. I like fast bands to be like sloppy and chaotic, but I also really like when fast bands are tight and
pro.
like pro.
And both of them.
And both of them, and especially Gel, are like very pro. I like that.
Spy is like I think both of them are. I'm sure that they're so annoyed of being lumped in together.
Yeah.
You know, they're back to back all the time.
Yeah.
But they play together, so I have to imagine there's some kind of crossover that goes there. 3-letter words. Fast as fuck, boy. But, you know, every time you see them, it's like, okay, they clearly belong here.
Yeah.
They're great at what they do.
Yeah.
People fucking love them and come just for them, from what I've seen.
It's amazing.
Gorgeous. End
And
It was next.
End It. Whew.
Akil's the coolest guy in the world.
Coolest, awesome stage presence.
It's like beyond presence, you know?
Yeah. I do know. Omnipresence.
It is stage omnipresence, Bo. Excellent, Bo. We've seen them many times. So I got to see them in Baltimore, which was like special.
That was special, yeah.
But this felt like their true arrival, did it not?
It felt, well, it just, a lot of bands can do well in their hometown.
Yeah.
When you go someplace else, pretty far, and you're right in the middle and you fucking kill it,
Yeah.
that's the real watermark.
That is it. You did it.
You did it. You done did it.
They did it. So End It did it once again. And I need an LP. I need a new End It LP. I think the last record was like them being like, okay, this is us.
Here it is.
This is who we are.
Yeah.
Here's the LP. Now the LP is gonna change some things. We had Magnitude up next.
Oh,
Lovely boys.
lovely.
The one mini we did was with Magnitude.
We did a mini with them.
And it's not very mini.
No, it isn't.
It's like 40 minutes.
It started mini. Very mini.
And then
they
Tolkien
opened
came
a little
up.
bit. Yeah.
And then you shat and jizzed. Speaking of shat and jizzed, somebody shit their pants in the pit day one.
Again?
Yeah.
Really?
And then there's a perfect footprint of it. So somebody full shit, like step shitted. Yeah. It was me.
You did it?
I didn't do it. I wish I did it.
Man, how embarrassing. That has to suck.
Yeah.
Poor bastard. Magnitude holds a special place in my heart because they are just young, straight edge boys. And
Bo loves young straight edge boys. Yeah, and you know, I love an edgeman. There's 13 straight edge bands left in the world.
Yeah.
So we have a duty to support all of them. The mini's really good.
It is really good.
Got into a lot of different stuff. They're another one of those bands where they haven't put anything out in a while. and are still getting these crazy reactions at Fest.
And haven't been a band for that long.
Yeah, that surprised me.
2019?
Or no, I think he said 17. But even
Did he
that,
say
like, I
17?
feel like
Even
they've been a
that.
band longer than that.
Because COVID, you know.
They
can take 2
started
years
the
away.
year after Foundation broke up, like because Foundation broke up.
How can that be?
It's crazy.
They're great.
And to the
fun.
riffer, to the magnitude riffer man, that's writing them riffs. Hit me up.
We'll get
We got to talk about something.
We'll get you. Next was Shakewell.
Was so before Shakewell, we were doing Man on the Street stuff.
Ah, yes.
Where that was fun. So if you're listening to this and we talked to you for that, thank you for being part of it. You'll notice that we very specifically went out of our way to not do it during bands.
Yeah.
Whenever possible, we're not there to take away from the show at any point. We're there to enhance the show.
There's a lot of talk about main character shit. There's some discourse going on right now. And the last thing we want to do, HardLore being at a fest is probably the least important thing
100%.
at that entire fest.
100%.
So the last thing we want to do is act like we think we're some shit. It's like, everybody, you know.
We are there to do this to bring more people to it. That's it. There's no there's no fucking pedestal that we're putting ourselves on. We do not give a fuck. We're there to highlight the royal we.
The second like a band would start and we would be in the middle of one, as soon as we would finish, that one time I even said, all right, go watch. Everybody go.
Go watch Magnitude.
We'll get you next time. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So then was Shakewell.
Shakewell from the Valley.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
He's original guitar player, or maybe bass player of Betrayal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is why Kale was there.
Understood.
Kale was going to play some songs, but I think the live band aspect of it fell through.
Okay.
But it's really cool when rap and hardcore can work. What is it? Harmonious? Is that a word?
Yeah.
Harmoniously.
Yeah.
With harmony. This he had a good set.
He did. I didn't watch. I've seen videos and clips, and it looked awesome.
It went well.
He's giving the mic out, and there's you know what I mean? It looked sick. It looked awesome.
He was added after the fest was sold out. Wow. So clearly there was a good spot for him and there's an audience there. And it was really good.
Yeah. I'm totally fine with, we say this all the time. It has nothing to do with what it sounds like, and it's everything to do with this.
Yeah.
So I'm fully on board with it. Then we had
Drug Church.
Then we went to church.
Drug Church is another one of the bands that's the big thing. Not even the next big thing.
And we've seen them
a billion times. And it's always fucking sick. They're a certified canonical staple in the zeitgeist.
Yes.
They're here.
They are HardLore approved good band.
100%. Good band. Good songs. Hooks galore.
Hooks galore. People singing.
Yeah. It's interesting when talking to Pat about Drug Church that he wants Drug Church to be harder. You know?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
So if in the future Drug Church is this hard fucking band, just know that Pat finally got his way.
He got his way.
I love shooting the shit with Pat whenever we run into each other at these things. Yeah.
Been seeing him for a long time.
Drug Church.
Next.
They're about due for another record, I think, too.
I would imagine so. Next was The Grid.
Oh, dude.
I love them boys. I tell you.
Aren't they the fucking best?
They're just the best.
They're just the best guys. Will had on this ghillie suit.
I saw.
Shorts. Gridiron is another band that understands that every time you play at something like this is the potential for the moment, and they never waste the moment. But at the end of the day, they got the tracks to back it up.
Oh,
and how that's everything. The tracks are everything, and the Gridiron LP is still. I can tell it's something I can throw on forever at any time.
Wow.
And love. Wow. It's timeless. Timeless hard music. Timeless dance music. That's Gridiron.
They're great.
Yeah. Had a lot of people say after that was one of their favorite sets of the weekend.
Right.
Yep.
They were a lot of fun. It's just cool. I don't know how else to describe it.
Yeah. It's like we've talked to them before, and the songs were written in a way that was like we didn't care. Mm-hmm. And it was done for fun, therefore it rocks.
Do you know what we did, Colin?
What do we do?
We skipped right over the Inclination secret set.
Oh my God.
Skipped right over
Let's talk about it.
There was another secret set on this day, and it was Inclination. Chris Mills.
Tyler Shore.
Chris played so fucking well.
He's good.
He didn't miss a fucking thing.
He doesn't miss stuff for Harm's Way either. I don't know if you know that.
Maybe I don't notice.
Yeah, how could you?
Not. Yeah, right. Maybe I'm just not.
I notice. I stand there and I go.
Yeah.
I'm doing all of it, and then I go, damn it, he hasn't missed a goddamn thing. The boy is good. Isaac.
They played, yeah.
Obviously the rock solidest live guitar player in the world, maybe.
You ever think about, he blows my mind.
He's a machine.
He's a machine. He's a monster.
He's a certified incredible musician, you know? Yeah.
Probably the best guitar player in the room.
Like scientifically?
Only one of them, yeah. He's certainly in the conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Out of that 2,500 people.
Yeah.
Peter.
Gangster.
Tyler. Gangster. Different bass player, not Caleb. I don't know. Forget.
I don't know.
But gangster.
Yeah, but that was that was great. I mean, it was. I don't know how secret it was to everybody, but it was
right.
Good. They got it.
Well,
they had the pop.
People were guessing.
Yeah, the guesses were so silly.
A couple of the guesses were Harm's Way and Twitching Tongue on either.
Which, like, we would announce that. Why would we?
There's no secret.
I wouldn't want that to be secret. I want people to come see us.
I want people to give a shit. Yeah. Harm's Way didn't play. People asked to. Harm's Way didn't play because our other guitar player Nick was on a family trip, and we just didn't want to do any fill-in. No bullshit like that. We're over that.
There you go.
As a band, Inclination was great.
Yep.
Ultra straight edge.
As was Shibalba. Hometown heroes. Beloved boys.
Another Martine.
Showing. Martine doing it again. He was slamming Jet's Pizza fucking minutes before going
moments.
On. Yeah. Where it's cool. Like, I grew up with Zabalba, literally.
Yeah.
In every way, shape, or form. Like, they've been with me since I was a child, as people and as a band. So I love to see when my boys are getting the respect that they've earned through years of grinding. Mm-hmm. And who knows how much time they've got left as a band, you know? Mm-hmm. There's examples throughout this of bands that you never know when it's going to be the last time.
Yeah. Not that you're saying anything, you're just saying you never know.
You never know.
I saw Scott at the airport on my way. We were literally both on moving walkways going the opposite direction.
Scott Fahey?
It just did a quick like...
Scott Fahey once said one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life.
What did he say?
He was talking about how... Look, Scott, I'm sorry to put this out there, but it was very funny. He was talking about being on Tinder. This is 10 years ago. He was like, I'm on Tinder, and like I keep matching with bots. And he said, I'm going to marry a bot. Paused for a second and said, Bot Fahey. And I think about it all the time.
It's very good.
Little Ugly Mane could not be there.
Yep.
We hope that he's doing all right.
Yep. Feel better.
Thoughts, our hearts and our minds are with Little Ugly Mane. Drain.
Then the biggest band in the world.
Good God.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck? I mean, they're on like this crazy hardcore super tour right now that is working because they're so magical.
Yeah.
And it was they did it, man. Drain has achieved it. And the final piece of the puzzle was the wacky pool noodles and balls.
Pool noodles and the biggest beach ball.
the biggest ball.
Yeah,
did
Drain
it,
came.
man.
They brought the biggest ball.
They were still blowing it up while they were playing. They were in the back like,
Oh my god!
while they were like halfway through the set.
And they had played the Metro the night before again with Incendiary. You want to know something cool?
Yeah.
Brendan from Incendiary told me this. Incendiary was playing Chicago, and coincidentally, it was the same night as this Drain tour, separately. And Drain said, "Fuck it, let's combine shows."
Wow.
And they didn't need to do that.
No, that's the right thing. I mean, it's the smart move for everybody.
It's the smart move, and it's the right thing to do, and it's fucking
It's
sick,
one
but it's
audience.
just
Yeah, you
it
might.
just
as well
shows you.
They get it.
They get it.
They get it.
They work together.
The
Amazing.
record is great. Taylor recorded it. Taylor doing an Epitaph LP that's on the resume for life. You know.
Yeah, that's something. Yeah.
So it's cool to see the fruits of that labor for all of them paying off so bigly.
Bigly.
Trapping her eyes.
TUI. Unfucking believable, dude. Again.
They did it.
They done did it, and the movie thing gets said a
Yeah.
lot. But that was people singing every fucking word.
Yeah. It was, and it's crazy to see them play with no pit
No pit.
when they're such a pit friendly band.
The friendliest
But it's 2,500 people who are begging to sing these songs.
to sing along. They opened with Big Kiska Night, I think.
They Born to Die, yes.
Was it?
That's what it's called.
Yeah, Born. But excuse me, I'm sorry. I meant you know what I meant.
Yeah, they did. Which is badass.
unbelievable. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah. Jared Carmen was missed, I will say.
I will say as well. No offense meant to fill in, man.
No.
Whatsoever. Those them big shoes to fill.
Those are maybe the biggest steel toe boots to fill. But god damn.
They sounded amazing. Justice looked cooler than ever.
He had like a late era Liam Gallagher cut.
Yeah, I don't
going
even.
on.
How do you describe that haircut?
A late era Liam Gallagher cut.
Wow. And,
But again, like as we say all
hold
the
it
time,
off.
he's always reinventing himself, you know?
yeah,
He finds new ways.
I watched theirs was the only set where trying to watch them was difficult.
It was hard to do.
I went up to the catwalk and watched from up above, and it was fucking.
They
amazing.
wouldn't. That thing was at capacity. They wouldn't let me in.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's all right. I watched it. I watched it with the people. I'm always amongst the people. You know.
They sounded amazing.
Sounded
I saw
incredible.
crazy dives.
Yeah.
The end of Believe with Martine again.
Yeah.
Doing the Tad part was unbelievable.
Yeah. Martine's the best at the Tad part. There was one, I did that Tad part for one entire tour in 2000. My first tour ever.
Mm-hmm.
I did the Tad part.
How'd that feel?
Powerful. I had no business doing it at that time. You know?
Right. Yeah.
It should go to the biggest, buffest guy.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
We did not go to the casino,
No.
but we did eat at a lovely
Yeah, what was that place called? Honest
John's.
John's.
You
pretty
worked
good.
magic, got us sad immediately.
I did do that.
That was incredible.
They said an hour. It took about 5 minutes.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah. I thought it was okay.
I mean, the food was whatever, but it was open. I asked. That was one of the funniest things. I asked Jack when he said where we were going. I said, "Is it good?" And he said, "It's open." Which on a Sunday night in Detroit, it's pretty goddamn
that's
good.
huge.
Yeah.
I didn't talk. You know, Mr. Ian Fidance, professional stand-up comedian.
That was awesome.
Was chilling with us all day Sunday. That was nice.
That was very fun.
We didn't do a mini or anything because the way that we were all hanging out, that would have gone hours.
Yeah.
And probably gone into band sets, and we didn't want to miss anybody.
Yeah.
But we're planning something. We're gonna do something cool with him soon because he loves the show. We love him.
He's fucking hilarious.
He's paid to be, so he literally is. But that was pretty much our weekend.
What was your? You already told your lift to the airport story.
Yeah, the fucking guy with the window down, yelling.
Andy and
over the
I
window.
took a lift to the airport, and it was a man who was. It was an older. It's just like my grandfather, where you know the like hard beer belly.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like freaking rock solid.
Of course.
It was a man who was that, but wider than he was tall, and
He was a chode man.
Yeah, literally. And because of the stuff that we had in my guitar, I sat up front with him, and he was driving. I described it to Andy, and she agreed. You know how they drive in like Hitchcock movies?
Yeah.
And they're not really in a car? That's how he was driving.
Wow.
So the whole way I'm doing this. Back and forth. The whole fucking way. And there was just there's no normal Uber drivers in the entire city.
Not one.
I don't know how they do it. It's a shame to the auto industry.
It is.
To what's left of Motor City.
Yeah, I know.
The real tragedy.
It's where you make the things that you drive. And they don't respect them at all.
They don't.
They get the craziest motherfuckers in the world to drive them. But, you know, job's a job.
Yeah. Yeah. How's your flight home?
Not worth talking about on a podcast at all.
Just nothing. Mine was
I'm so
45
tired,
minutes.
Bo.
Smooth.
I need a break.
You got the opposite of that coming up.
I got the busiest month we've ever had.
Ever.
Yeah, I don't know if we have really gotten into that. Like how we'll be at Outbreak Fest, but we'll like be at Outbreak Fest.
Yeah. We're gonna be in England for a week.
1 week. So if you're in London, if you're one of the 18 UK listeners, we'll be in London for a week with like the Chisel, with Higher Power, just doing stuff. So if you have any recommendations of things you want us to do and film us doing, let us know.
And that's in like less than 2 weeks.
We're going to be there so fucking soon.
So
God.
soon.
But Jimmy, Curtis, Edgman, unbelievable job on the fest this year. I can't wait for the next one.
I really, and like I say this with this is not saying that anything is lesser.
Yeah.
But this was my favorite fest experience in a long time.
It's fair.
In a long time.
That's fair.
Everything was laid out how I would lay it out. Everything was easy.
Yeah.
There was no bullshit like, oh, your pass, like nothing. Everything was easy.
No. There was like, everybody got it.
Everybody
which
got it.
never happens. Never. But also no dickhead band people.
Yeah, of course.
It was like every band was cool.
Yeah.
Which is, how rare is that?
Yeah, no big shot like headliner.
No.
Yeah, no.
It was like fucking Trapped Under Ice and Gorilla Biscuits. 2 cool ass bands.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was this. I mean, this like Tied Down and Sound and Fury are as good as it gets.
Yeah,
they've thought of everything. Obviously, we love LDB.
Yeah, of course.
But at ice cold,
they just didn't think
Kentucky
about the weather.
Winter.
They didn't fix it. You know,
they didn't turn snow off. They didn't turn weather off. Which LDB, once you figure out turning weather off, game over. Thank you all so much for being here. Jimmy, Curtis, and Co. Great job. Tied Down was unbelievable. Can't wait to play next year. Wink.
Wow.
See you soon. See you next week with a fun guest.
Yeah.
Bye.
Hey, bye.